Hello, hi and welcome. Welcome to the camera. Now I'm going to show you how to animate the camera. So we're going to go to, let's supposing you download it, go here, you go to import glyph 2, go to download, press the camera, load it. It comes in, it's automatically set on the floor in the center of the world. So you can put it wherever you want to put it. So first of all, when you import it, it looks like this. So it's facing down the floor. Now it's facing the floor because it's supposed to be up on top of the MRB cube. Now I'll just explain that. An MRB cube is a Blender cube, just in case you don't know that. The camera itself would be up here on top of the ceiling. So that's the reason why it's set like that. So anyway, regardless of that, click on the box itself, go here, go edit. This is the first thing this is all you have to do. Click on the actual pivot point, right click, so click the box, go to edit mode, click the little dot, right click to snap cursor to active, come out of this mode, go into object mode, go to object, set origin to cursor, the little yellow dot jumps from there to there. Now if you want to set the camera in absolutely standard default, which really is like this, but if it's not, we can kind of get this and kind of move it. So it's kind of default, it's flat, a bit like that. Okay, so when you're happy with how the position of the camera is, so if you want it perfectly flat, then of course that's great. If that's going to be your standing starting position, if that's how you're going to do it, so I'm going to say do that for a standing starting position. Open all of this up. Okay, so open up. There's not much in there. There's only a little bit in there. Select all of this. Go here. Apply all transforms. Okay, you'll notice that this mark jumps down to here. It's not here no more. Okay, now go back to the actual camera. So press this. You want this mark on this camera, so you can alter the camera. Okay, go here. Set origin back to there. Okay, so all you do is go in here, and you're telling the origin to go back to the cursor. Okay, now all you have to do is do your animations. So I'll put the animations on for you, so you've already got them. You don't have to do them. But if you want to make them longer and smaller, you're just going to move the yellow dot along the timeline to make it longer. So as I said, on first things first, we're going to go over to the left. So the default position is going to be exactly where it is. So right click, come down here, don't do this one, do this one. Key sets. Come down here, go visual, location and rotation. What's the idea of that? If you move the camera around the level, the animation will follow the camera. Just to let you know that. So this is the standard location. So when it starts off, it starts right here. Okay, now of course you want to move it about, let's say, 30 seconds, and we want the camera to turn about there. Maybe you want to go all the way around like this. So it's up to you. If you want to go all the way, you can. But I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to do to here. Right click, insert, location and rotation. Now if you come back down this way, if you watch the camera or go back and play, the camera will turn back. So it turns to here, and I think, okay, so now of course if you want to add more time to the camera, I can just grab the little yellow dot and move it up. Okay, so I'm going to give you the standard basic camera movement. That's what I'll give you. So go to the first yellow dot, copy it, go to about 60, and then right click and paste. So the camera goes to the left and goes back to the center. Okay, now of course you want to do about another 30, about here, thereabout, go back to top view. Now of course you want to see where roughly it stops over there, so we want 90, so it don't go past the red line, look, so it stops there. So we want to go about 90, thereabout. Okay, grab the camera and turn it this way, stop just before the red line, so the camera moves the same both ways. Insert keyframe, location and location. Now go to 120, and we want the camera to go back to the reset. So we can put the keyframe in if we want to. We don't want to do that. Copy the first frame, right click, copy it, go back here and paste it. Now of course, if it does that, go back here, undo that. It shouldn't do that. So go here, copy this, go back here, 120 and paste the keyframe. Now, as you can see, when it's in the first position, it starts here. So the very first movement of the camera is left. Of course, you don't have to have it left. You can have the right animation first. So you can have a right animation, then the left animation. It's up to you. I'm just setting it all together so you can actually see what I'm doing. So that's the left and the right. And now, of course, we want the ups and downs. So, of course, you want the up just in case. Maybe there's a helicopter, maybe there's an aeroplane, maybe there's a UFO, maybe there's anything up there. So, I'm thinking there's only got a certain limit to where the camera can tilt. So, I'm thinking, okay, so do another 30, so that's 10, 20, 30. So, this is the default position. Now, what you want to do is tilt it up like this. Of course, you can't tilt it past a certain point. And don't forget, there's a brick wall behind that. So you can't tilt the camera up. You see the camera? Because it's here. If you want to tilt the camera all the way up, if you want to do that, you have to extend the arm a little bit more. If you want to do that, you can. As I said, it's entirely optional if you want to do that. Of course, you do want some movement in it. You want to be able to turn the camera like that. So you can look up, maybe. As I say, if you do, you have to extend this bar and then just set the animation the way you want it. So you've got left animation, the right animation. So what I want to do, I'm going to pretend this is the maximum, basically, kind of, as far as it can go, really. So we've got the first animation, so we want to tilt it to the floor. So it's looking down at the floor. So I'm going to do it so it's perfectly almost flat, like that. Right click, insert animation. It will come back up. It will turn left. It will turn right. It will look at me, and then it will go back to the middle. So if you look at the basic movement of it, as I'm just showing you how to do the movements. Of course, as I said, if you want to be able to point it upwards, you have to extend this out a little bit. It's really easy to extend it, really easy. So all you do basically put it back in wireframe, select all that part, and just stretch it. And of course, you want to do the same with this part. You want to stretch it down a little bit to give yourself some more room, just in case you want to look upwards. Where this is, you don't need to look up, not really. So anyway, so it's up to you. As I said, the animation part is entirely optional. This is just my standard default camera. As I said, it's up to you how you want to do it. So let's come back off that. So now let's just have one more look at it, and then we'll see if it all works. Then we'll take a look at it in Windows. So we'll go here. It looks to the left. Looks great. Now when Emma comes down from the right hand side, maybe it turns the faces towards her. And maybe she drops something on the floor, so the camera now looks at the floor and then looks back up. As I say, you can set the animations in any order you want. They're not stuck in that order, they're really not. As I said, the only default camera, it goes from here, look, to here and back. It doesn't point up in the air, because some cameras would basically look up. As I said, this is my standard camera, so if you want to add, as I said, if you want to add it so it looks up higher, click this part. This is all you have to do. Click here, go edit. This is how easy it is to modify my geometry. Of course, if you're moving this, you have to move the little pin as well, because it's going to be part of it. Okay. So ideally, you'd want this, grab this, and you would stretch it to about there. Of course, don't do that, I'll show you. Go into the full wireframe mode, so you can select the whole box, and then stretch it back. As I said, it makes no difference to the camera, honestly, it doesn't. So as I say, you can look at it like this now. Now, of course, you've got a bit of extra room to tilt it. As I said, it's really easy to tilt it, it really is. So as I said, it's entirely optional. But it's up to you if you want to do that. You can do that. As I said, nothing else has changed. It's nothing to do with the animation, nothing. So as I said, if you want to leave it like that, actually I'll leave it like that for you. So that way you can kind of work on it. As I said, this part is different to this part. So of course, as I said, if you want to give it, let me just show you. So let's go back into this mode. So now if we go back into the camera, as I said, you can modify it to bend and shape it. So go back in here, go back to the camera. Okay. Now of course we've got the lefts, we've got the rights, and we've got the downs. Okay, now this is up, this is down. Okay, so I want to copy the first frame, I want to copy this, 1, 2, 3. At 180, it's going to go back up. And now, of course, at 110, because now we've moved it, we can tilt the camera up. So it looks like it's looking at the ceiling. Obviously, it's not. Go here, insert animation. As I said, you can see me making it straight from nothing. So copy this frame, and then go to 1, 2, 3. Right click and paste. Now you just see me make a little bit of alteration to the geometry. As I said, all my geometry works the same way, so you can modify, twist, bend, and shape it. It doesn't affect the model. Watch, it looks up. Look at it, making sure everything's looking kind of great, perfect. So put it down, it looks up, it looks down, it looks at the floor, it looks up, it looks to the left, goes to the centre, looks to the right, goes back to the centre, and that's the whole animation done. All you have to do is go back to File, Export, export it as whatever you want. So I'm going to export as Collada, go here, leave it, I'm not going to name it at the moment, so I'm just going to call it that. As I said, it's Red Band LED camera, that's what it is. So go here, save all that, just go here. It's going to bake the animation into the object, which is great. Now we'll try and export it as a glyph folder. So when I say try, I do use the word try because sometimes you lecture, sometimes you don't. That's why I make the Collada. So according to that, it's done it. So I'm thinking, okay, let's go and have a look at the download. Let's go and downloads. These are the things I'm working on today. Find the camera, which is right here. So run the camera, let's bring it into the screen so you can see it. Here's my animations. As you can see, the camera is going all over the place, so it's got all of the animations going on together. As I said, now you might think, well, that's made incorrectly. That's actually made perfectly. It really is. As I said, it's up to you how you want to go about making the animation. If you want them all separate, you can have them all separate. So this is the one animation. Okay, go back to here. Go in here. Look inside here. Go export. Okay, go back to camera. I want to call it camera 2. Now watch what I'm showing you. Go to animation. You see here. Now it should be set at no tracks. See the no tracks? The no tracks should be set to no tracks. And now if you export camera number 2, let's try that. So we don't do that one, open it. We should have an animation bar in here. Okay, now of course it's not moving now at all. Look, I think where's my animation bar? So you're thinking, okay, so where is the animation? Now of course, if you want all of the animations like this together, it's working perfect, not wrong with it. So I think can we make it better so it works better? I think well, we can. So what we want to do is go back to the very first beginning. As I said, I want to show you how to do it just in case you actually want to do it. Just go here, you can clear the animation. It's got no animation on that now at all, nothing. So as I said, you can have all the animation as one, and then you can split and separate it as you see fit. Or you can create your animation. So if you want to create an animation, if you want to do that, go down here, go to Dope Sheet, in here, Actionator, apply an action. This is action here, so action 1. There's no point giving it a name, so there's really not. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's just go. Actually, let's just call it left. I'll call it LT for left. Okay, so I'll put a shield on it, go back to top view. Now, of course, the first animation is not an animation, it's just basically standing still. So this would be 0. So that's exactly where it is. So just go here, insert visual location rotation. So yeah, leave it, push it down, make a new action, action 2. So this is 2, put this on it. Action 2 is going to go from this one, visual location, it's going to travel 30 seconds, and then it's going to kind of turn left. Right click, insert, animation, play back, it goes to there, perfect. Okay, now I'm happy with that. Push it down, make a new action, action 3. Action 3 is going to be exactly what action 3 is. So go back here, action 3 is going to put the shield on it, right click, insert, and leave it as that, because it's back to the same animation again. Okay, so that's animation 3, push it down, go back in, make a new animation, animation 4, put the shield on it. Now we're going to move it again, 30 seconds. This time we're going to move it left. Once it's there, right click. Now the problem with that is that we go back. You see how I move the camera? Go back to the first frame. Right click, insert the location, and then move the camera. Make sure you do this, otherwise it's not going to look right. Go here, press OK, play it, now it goes left. Okay, push it down. Now we're on number 5. Number 5, again, we want to make it stand still. So go here, so 5, insert location, it's animation 5, put the shield on it, push it down, because we want to keep the animation. Now, for this one, you have to go into side view. So now we want animation 6. So animation 6 is first exactly where it is. Go here, location, rotation, put the shield on it, go here. This is number 6. Again, another 30 seconds. So from 30 seconds to 30 seconds, and then we're going to push it down to the floor. And we're going to go insert animation, play it, so it goes back to its default. I think now of course it goes down, so if we go back to 60, we can actually, what we can do here, we can copy this, we can paste it, so it goes down, and then it goes back up. So this is animation number 6. So do that, go back to the first position, or go to frame 1. It's up to you however you want to do it. Make a new one, this is number 7. Again, right click, insert location. Okay, don't forget this is 7. And now when you're happy with that, you can push that animation down, so it just kind of, that's the idle for it. And the last animation would be number 8. And again, the idle is keyframe exactly where it is. Go 30 frames. Chop this one right up in the air. Right click, insert, visual location rotation. Copy the first frame. Go to the 60. Don't move that to 60. Copy that. Move this to 60. Right click, paste. Now it's all done. Now it's going to ask you, what do you want as the very first animation? Go in here, you want to set it as 0, put the shield on it, go over here, go to non-linear, just look in here and you'll see all your animations. These are all your animations, look, for this one camera. Okay, now of course you want to choose which animation you want. I want this animation. Okay, so that's the animation I want animation 0. I want to lock all of the animations. Now all of the animations will work at exactly the same time. If you want to move them along the timeline, you can press this, grab this and you can move it across the timeline. As I said, you can set the camera to move at any time you want. All you do is unlock it, press that, grab that and move it. So if you wanted to set it at 1 o'clock, set it at 1 o'clock, set it at 2 o'clock, whatever you want. It's entirely optional, it's your decision. Okay. Now I'm not going to do that yet. What I want to do, I want to select the whole thing, go over here, export it back to Glyph. Now this is going to be Glyph 3. Watch what I'm showing you. It's pretty great. Go to Glyph 3. Now Glyph 3 should have all the animations in it. Like this. Look, it's playing. It's playing and it's not doing nothing, look. Because it's stationary. You can go in here. Now we've got all our animations. Animation 1 is standing still. Animation 2, go to left. Of course, you can have it on loop, so it keeps looping like that. It's on keyframe animation, just to let you know that. So I'll leave the loop on it so you can see it. Animation 3, don't do nothing, because it's gone left and it's gone back to the middle, and now it's not doing nothing. Animation 4, it goes left. As I said, it's on keyframe animation, just to let you know that. Number 5, don't do nothing, it's back to the middle. Number 6, you go down and back up, down and back up. Okay. Number 7, don't do nothing because it's resting. And number 8, it goes up and back down. So these are all of your animations for the camera, just in case you want it. So as I said, you can have them all separate. Okay, so all of the animations are separate, just to let you know that. Go back to here. So you can go with this one. I've got a bit of a cold snivel going on. This camera don't do nothing, so I'm not going to share that one. So I'll give you camera 3 and I'll give you camera 1. So I'll give you both cameras just in case you want it like this. Watch the camera. The camera's going like a little bit berserk. It's kind of looking around. It's kind of confused. It doesn't know what to do. Look, it's looking around. So yeah. So anyway, if you want it as one complete animation so you can split it yourself inside the software, you can do that. Or you can have all the animations completely, utterly separate, just in case you want them completely, utterly separate. So as I said, you've got, for the camera, I'm giving you both options. So this is, as I said, now myself personally, I like mine like this. So everything's all built into the same camera. So now, if I say set the camera at 1 o'clock, it's going to look over here. If I set it at 2 o'clock, it's going to look over here. And then if I set it at say 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock or whatever, so forth, wherever I want the camera to look, that's exactly where I want it to look. So as I said, if it's looking over this way, really it's looking at 9 o'clock. If it's looking over here, it's looking at 3 o'clock. If it's looking down here, it's looking at 6 o'clock. If it's looking up here, it's looking at 12 o'clock. So as I said, it's nice, easy and pretty simple to use. As I said, or you can go back into here. So these are the models I'm giving you. So as I said, all animations are here. So I'm giving you all the animations. So as I said, animation 1, don't do nothing. So nothing, it moves, nothing, it moves, nothing, it moves, nothing, then it moves. Easy and simple. Okay, I really hope that you like the content, and this is probably about as good as I get with the animation part on the camera system. So anyway, I hope you like it, and I hope you find it easy to use. As I say, just drag it, drop it in Blender, and it just works. So as I say, you can take the camera, and ideally, that all the animation part's done now. So I showed you a little bit of everything. So if I go here, go back into here, go back into timeline. If I go to play, it ain't going to do nothing because I haven't set the animation on it. But as I said, if I go back in here and we change the timeline, now if I go back in here to non-linear, go back down to here. Now I've got the default camera is this one. So let's turn, I don't want that one, I want this one. So look, so I wanted to do that. Now if I check the camera and put it over there, look, I'm just showing you that it doesn't matter where the camera is. So the camera just works, put it up there. When you play, look, the animation actually follows the camera. So as I said, all my content is the same. It doesn't matter which animation that you want to put on it. Look, that one don't work. This one, it does work. It's idle. So look, play. It goes up and down, up and down. So as I say, I like to make sure that you understand how the content works. So if you're like a young kid and of course you want to be able to move the camera somewhere, and let's say move it down, and then you want the camera just to work, well, that's how easy I'm making it for you. So yeah. So as I said, I'm trying to do the best content I possibly can for you, and I'm trying to give you no restrictions, so you can do with it whatever you want. Of course, later on when I add sound effects to it, it's gonna look absolutely great. It really will. But anyway, as you say, thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe. Don't subscribe. I really hope you like the content. Don't forget to put a like on it if you do. Stay safe, keep it friendly, keep it in text. See you soon.